according to the World Economic Forum, 60% of Africa's population is under 25, and by 2030, young Africans are expected to make up 42% of global youth that will grow up with cryptocurrencies. The continent's tech ecosystem has also seen tremendous growth in recent years, with tech startups receiving almost $5 billion of investments and the emergence of at least 5 new tech unicorns. Umar, with that being said, why do you think we aren't seeing more crypto adoption in Web3 startups?
Yeah, looking at this, when you look at, say, the grassroots movements, these are folks like the retail buyers, like you and me, or someone who's simply using their own money to get crypto. When you look at, say, a startup, this is like an entity that is incorporated, a company of sorts, and they really have to play by the rules of the country that they're operating in. So when that feeds directly into the regulatory aspect of where Africa is, and what you can and can't do with crypto. Otherwise, if we had kind of a more holistic and catering regime of laws across the continent, would see a host of more Web3 startups coming up and also adoption within this particular sector. So it comes down to who exactly is in that particular niche. And here you're not looking at individuals, you're looking at actual organizations that need to play by the rules of the regulators in the countries that they are in. So we don't see that whole lot of support or clear policy on regulation of virtual assets, except for a few use cases here and there. And until this changes, it would kind of maintain that particular trend going forward. So the investment would still come in, but folks are really comfortable playing in the Web2 space because that is clearly regulated. You know what you can and can't do. Until there's more clarity in the Web3 space, that we can be able to actually get more of these folks to cross over into the Web3. And this is something that we're also kind of experiencing firsthand with the Africa Web3 Fund, whereby we talk to founders, and it's really top of their mind, is that they would really want to kind of tap into the global ecosystem and have their startups in a realm that is regulated, because they are not essentially people who are against being regulated. They just want to have clarity on this. If there are more enabling laws in the countries that they operate in, because you don't want to invest and also get shut down the day after because the regulator simply didn't like what you are building in Web3, which is a very different far cry from folks in Web2, as the space has been well regulated over the years, and there is kind of a clear guideline of what you can and can't do within that particular ecosystem. So yeah, regulation is playing a very critical role in as far as adoption of Web3 goes, and this is straight from the entity level, the actual startup itself, which is not really affecting folks because the retail investors have more leeway to kind of find loopholes, or even to be able to interact with crypto without the fear of being cracked down upon by an authority of sorts. So yeah, we hope that we can be able to get more enabling regulation across the continent that can be able to bring unbanked and underbanked individuals into the ecosystem. And as that, we'll see the value flow straight into the Web3 ecosystem, because folks can feel like now they can actually operate in this space without running the risk of being shut down the day after. So yeah, those would be like the thoughts that I would give on that piece.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like and subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date with us. We also produce a weekly newspaper packed with the latest Web3 news from emerging markets. The link to get access is in the description below. And if you really like the video, share it with your friends and leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for supporting the channel.